When I was a young boy, I was inquisitive, adventurous, playful. I was pretty much like all the other boys in my neighborhood. If we were young boys today, we'd probably be labeled with some sort of condition called distracted. But back then, we all just knew it as being normal. My father, on the weekends, loved to work on his car. He had told me great stories of how he built his first car by hand, and he aspired to instill the same skills in his son so that one day he could carry on that great tradition. Unfortunately, however, I had much more interest in driving cars or running around than I did in fixing them. You see, I come from a different generation, the Generation X, and we were a generation that just had much more interest in the end product as opposed to what made it work. It was on one of these weekends when I was in the neighborhood hanging out with friends, and my father was perched underneath of his car fixing something. As far as I was concerned, it could have been the catalytic converter, it could have been the trunk. But as I was walking by the car, my father said, "Hey, grab me the monkey wrench." Now, I wasn't a complete idiot. I mean, I was aware of what a wrench was. However, I wasn't well versed in what a monkey wrench was. And I went back to the toolbox and I looked in and I saw a plethora of tools, none of them looking like a monkey. But I grabbed the item that I connected with the most as being a wrench, and I slid under the car and I gave it to him. When my father looked over and saw the tool I was handing to him, he said, "What's the matter with you, boy?" I asked for the monkey wrench, and I said, yeah, it's not in there. And he said, "All right, well then get me the ratchet then." And to avoid another embarrassing situation where I might have to admit that I don't know what he's talking about, I just said, "Hey, so why don't you just use these? Because these are not the right tool for the job. These are vice grips. They'll strip the nut. They won't fit into the space." He shimmied from underneath of the car and he took me over to the toolbox and he gave me a lesson in tools that day, and he explained the different purposes and the different reasons why you choose what you choose. And it was at that moment that I understood that you have to have the right tool for the job if you want to do it right. I continue to apply that wisdom today in my current profession. Currently, I still can't repair a car, but I can look in the toolbox and I can give you the names of a plethora of different tools. And even though a monkey wrench still doesn't look like a monkey, I do know when to use it and when not to use it. And I know how to accomplish tasks. And I find that transfers well into the job I do today, where I stand before you to talk about the correct tools.